So this is the night before we are supposed to get a hurricane. It was supposed to just be a tropical depression, but it's been upgraded to a hurricane. And the sunset is absolutely stunning. Look at that. Hurricane, it has been upgraded from a tropical depression to a hurricane. It didn't really have time to even leave. But it's a category 1 right now. It's slowed down, which means it's gaining strength. And it is south of us. So we're getting the northern part of the hurricane. Like I said, it's a category 1. So I will take you outside and show you what's going on. You won't be able to hear me, but you'll be able to hear the wind. And so I just want to give you a little taste of what category 1 hurricane force sustained winds are like, but on the north side of the hurricane. So in our backyard for some reason has a different, it almost feels like a totally different climate than the front yard. It's a little bit calmer. And once I take you out the front door, you'll really be able to feel it. So I'm gonna walk out. Hopefully my equipment won't get rained on. But I do want to show you this. This slightly worries me. I've been telling Mark that we need to get a tree trimmer out here to trim that. So I'm hoping it's young enough and it's not, I'm sorry if rain gets on the lens. Hopefully it's young enough and limber enough and it won't crash into the house. Yeah, this is what it looks like sounds like right now. It's about 1 o'clock. It's supposed to hit around, this is what my garden is looking like. It's supposed to hit around 3-4 o'clock south of us. You just come out of the backyard. So yeah, you come out of the backyard, and so I'm standing right now. Hopefully you can hear me a little bit. I'm standing right now, just kind of a clearing, right where there's farmland. There's my other garden. But yeah, I just wanted to show you my lilies are getting whipped around. We'll be fine on this side. I put all the plants close to the house. As you can see, they're not being affected down here.
So that looks like the rule of thumb. We've been saying the winds would be tropical storm force. That's right in the heart of tropical storm force. Then you couple that with the driving rain, and you know it just makes for a day that you don't want to be outside in. So Leslie, if you can hear me, Atomy.
This is about 2:30 p.m. on Saturday.
In Kennedy County. Now, it is moving west at 8 miles per hour. And in terms of location in Kennedy County between Baffin Bay and Port Mansfield. Now, in terms of primary threats, storm surge 3 to 5 foot and flash flooding, tropical storm across the deep South Texas area. I mean, where you notice these black and white color shades right around the southern and eastern side of Hanna, that's where the more widespread tropical downpours that are just providing tons of rain. And you'll notice some of that is extending into Corpus Christi, just along the island. And of course, as Alan mentioned, we're going to see lulls in the activity. We're going to see.
So, like I was saying earlier, I don't know what I was saying earlier. I just want to give you guys an update. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon, and I thought Hurricane Hanna had already made landfall last hour, but apparently it hasn't yet. But wind is still windy. Of course, not as windy as it is, you know, if you're right in the eye of the storm. But we did make a few preparations. We moved the computer from the back room. I don't want to show you what I look like because my hair is like super frizzy right now because of the weather, and Max is just smiling at me. Are you being a good boy? Are you smiling?
A good boy? Yeah. Smile. Smile. Tell Mommy I'm so old I hardly have any teeth left. Yeah, but I'll smile at you. That's the prettiest smile ever.
I just opened the door here for a minute. It's still gusting pretty good, as you can hear and see. And we are north of Hurricane Hanna. And this is only a Category 1, just to give you some context. So Harvey was a 4. It was upgraded to a 4 just before it hit us. And yeah, this doesn't feel like a 1 to me. So some of the preparations, we are painting the rails on our deck, and Mark stained the deck with this color. But I moved everything off the deck. Moved everything off the deck into the shed in the back. We took the bird bath top down. It probably wouldn't have blown off, but we just wanted to. I don't want it to break. We moved. This is my front flower bed. We moved all of the pots, like the frog and all of my aloe vera and my, I don't know what those are called. We moved them all into like the safety and shelter of this part. Yep. See my neighbor's flag over there. You see it? The clouds moving. They're moving to the left because hurricanes circulate counterclockwise. So you can see the clouds circulating to the left. I mean, you can literally like watch them. So we're not in the hurricane. It feels like we're in the eye, but they're saying that we're not. It hasn't even made landfall yet. So look at my hair. Anyway, so this was forecasted to be like just a tropical storm. I don't know the levels. I should, because I've lived down here not my whole life, most of my life. But, yeah. So it was just upgraded yesterday to a hurricane. So they've opened shelters, like in the path of the storm, they've opened shelters. There's crazy people on the beach. Next time it comes on the TV, I'll show you. I don't know if I'm really supposed to be recording the news, but I just wanted to show you like what's going on, because I'm not going to go down there and show you what's going on. But yeah, so after Hurricane Harvey, we had to get a new roof. And the back room has leaked like 3 times, and they've come out to fix it twice. The last time it leaked, we called them and told them, and they didn't even, like, we called and left a message, and they didn't even return our call. So I don't know what we're going to do. So that's why we moved the computer, because the computer is right where the leak is if it rains. So, oh my gosh, I look terrible. So Mark and the kids, Kate called into work. They scheduled her to work, and they did not close down the store, which is ridiculous. So she called in. I'm like, there's no way you're going out in this. And then Mark doesn't work on the weekends anymore, so that's good. And we don't have to be anywhere, so of course we're just sheltering in place. And making pizza tonight. And yeah, I know I look terrible, but who's gonna put on makeup during a hurricane? Oh my gosh, do you see that? There's a ladybug on my hand. So like I said, I'm making pizza on the day we get Hurricane Hanna, but it wasn't projected to come here. We know all this. Let's just get down to punching the dough. Ready? Mm-hmm. So satisfying. I'll show you guys what they look like when they're done. So, like I said, we didn't prepare much. Although in 2020, with the way things are happening, you know, I guess we could have done a little more. We have some water right there. We have more water jugs. Like, these are old vinegar bottles, but they're very hard plastic, so I was going to use them in my garden, but I just rinsed them out thoroughly and put water in them. I put used water bottles in here to make ice. to make them solid. Let me just show you. I needed to defrost my freezer. This is an old freezer and it frosts up really quick. But it turned into a hurricane yesterday evening, so didn't really have time to do that. So I threw some water bottles in here. I left room at the top because water expands. So in case we did lose power, it might help a little bit. I also have like ice packs, like these medical ice packs scattered throughout. So Preston was like, come over here and see this squirrel outside of my bedroom window. So yesterday I threw some bird seed there. I keep bird feeder right here, and when I remember to feed it, the kids, like, Preston can see one from his room and then my daughter can see one from her room, and they're like the exact same. They're like these square bird feeder things that the birds can get to really easily. So I put them where they could see them in their room so they could watch the birds. Well, when I put everything up yesterday, I just threw the bird seed out, hoping that the birds would come and eat the bird seed. But I guess the birds were too preoccupied with losing their nests and what to do. And this little guy showed up. And there's corn in there. It's wild bird seed mix. So there's corn, there's sunflower seeds.
He's kind of big though, he's not quite little.
Yeah, there's these tiny little seeds that I don't know what they are. They're standard bird seeds. You would know what I'm talking about. But anyway, yep, that little munchkin is having his dinner. His tail is so cute. It's so fluffy. Look, his tail's getting blown. Well, anyway, just wanted to show you guys what was going on. So I have a pizza up there to keep it away from the dog. So this is the pizza that needs to go in the oven. And then I made salads with the spinach that you will have seen by now in my grocery haul if you watched that video. These are homegrown cucumbers, one of my last homegrown tomatoes right now. I just ordered some more tomato seeds, olives, and pickles. I love pickles on my salad. And then the pizzas are in there. They have 5 minutes left.
I'm recording.
Salad dressing's good, babe. You're in for a treat. Look at this. It's not a squeeze bottle.
Yeah. The dressing's really thick.
Oh, it was about to come out and I moved it.
Hurricane Hanna pizza night.
We're grateful that we didn't lose power.
Definitely.
I'm grateful anyway. I'm sure they are too.
Well, because if we lost power, you couldn't make pizza. I'm just kidding.
And we wouldn't have air conditioning.
We'd all be dying.
So it is about 7:30 Saturday night, and I thought I would give you guys an update. I stopped watching, after I started making the pizza, I stopped watching the updates, but I'm pretty sure that it's already made landfall way south of us. So we've still been getting rain. We've still been getting, as you can see, a little bit of wind, but not nearly as bad as it was. So looks like my greenhouse made it, which I'm happy about. And yeah, I think I'm going to make the kids banana splits. That sounds good. They're watching Spider-Man. They've watched I don't know if they've watched 1 or 2. They're on the 3rd. The original Spider-Man, the 3rd. Not my cup of tea. So I'm gonna make banana splits.
I'll click on your phone. Tornado warning. It's a tornado warning
Okay, did it say for what county?
now. Us. It just says National Weather Service tornado warning in this area until 8:30 p.m.
Well, I spoke too soon. The rain is coming down sideways. This is normal. It's just another band of the hurricane as it circles around and moves further south. I don't know if my plants are going to survive this. My seedlings I just transplanted. Hopefully. Sorry for the dirty window. It might give you a better idea. Of the wind blowing. You see the wind's blowing not only the tree pretty hard, but also the rain. See the rain blowing past? Max, you wanna go outside? Wanna go outside? Wanna go outside? No? You go outside? You have to go potty, don't you? You can go outside? So it's Sunday. We endured a night last night, let me tell you. But as you can see, no damage, no fallen tree limbs. We got that much water yesterday.
7.
Well, that's the water that got in here. Because it was blowing horizontally and vertically and all which way. But you can see I'm not leaving my property. Last time we had a hurricane, I left the property, I got bit by a boxer. So I'm not leaving. But anyway, you can see we have some standing water in the front. And of course, we're gonna have lots of ants now. I think Mark and Preston are gonna put all the stuff back on the porch. So out here we have some standing water. We usually get, must be a low point, because we usually get standing water right there. My greenhouse survived. The winds were terrifying last night. Harvey was terrifying. The winds for Harvey were terrifying. I'm sorry, I'm not speaking English very well because I just spent like 2 hours in the humidity. Is why I look like this. This is why I always look like this lately. Trying to farm, not farm. Trying to have a little garden in South Texas in the summer is back-breaking work, and it's just so hot and humid. There's tons of dragonflies. Guess we have tons of mosquitoes. Hopefully you can see them flying around. See that bird on the roof over there? Tons of dragonflies. But yeah, it looks kind of moody, maybe even a little stormy. So let's go in. We'll have a little chat about what happened last night. So the winds were really bad. I thought it was over. This is that cooling rag that I got from Dollar Tree. I don't think I showed you guys. Maybe I did. Anyway, it works okay. What would work even better is no humidity. And about 80 degrees. That would make me so happy right now. So I'm gonna stop rocking because I'm probably annoying you. And yes, I get red as a beet. It's just my Irish heritage. Anyway, so we had a hurricane force winds, sustained winds all day, but it kind of didn't bother me as much during the day because I could see outside, and I wasn't trying to sleep. I was just, made pizza. You saw all that. But then everybody was like, okay, time to go to bed. It was like 10:30. The winds were still howling. I got up. The internet wasn't working, so I was on my phone for just a little bit. And then I went and tried to lay back down, and then the electricity went out. Pitch black. And then we live in a little town north of Corpus, small little town that still has those sirens that go off at noon every day. That's a test for when we have an emergency. So they went off. The emergency sirens went off. Somehow, by the grace of God, I was able to go to sleep. So I went to sleep from like 2 to 7. Woke up, the winds were gone. The winds had stopped. And I don't think it's rained today. So we've just kind of been assessing the damage, which we don't have any, except for my okra plants. So anyway, yep, I just kind of wanted to document the storm in case you guys have never been through a hurricane, or if you're just curious. You have been, but you're just curious what happened down here in Corpus. Yep, we lost one of our piers. One of the marinas. We lost a lot of the boats. keep in mind this was a Category 1 hurricane that hit south of us. And we lost, I'm sure we lost some art because some water was going into the art museum. The art museum is right on the water. Corpus has suffered some damage. The city of Corpus has suffered some damage. So, anyway, I really don't know what to say, except thank you guys for watching, and I hope you didn't enjoy this video, but I hope, you know, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video, friends. Take care. Bye.